Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This reading is going to be for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. This is your December monthly reading. We're using the Cosmic Tarot, doing a 9-card grid. Obviously, I already have the cards laid out here, and we'll get a numerology card at the end. As always, if the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, donate if that suits your fancy. Everything is down below to donate, to support, to follow on social media, to book your own reading, etc. So Aquarius, let's jump right into your reading. The first thing I kind of want to note is I'm picking up a lot of similar energy from the Scorpio reading. So if you are dealing with a Scorpio, or you have Scorpio in your chart, because we are actually getting Scorpio energy in your reading as well, definitely go check that out. It was the first, you're the third, they were the first ones that I recorded yesterday. So the first card you have coming up is actually a water energy, right? Possibly a Scorpio, but also Cancer or Pisces. Here with this Queen of Cups, doesn't have to be astrological sign, right? This card is really talking to, you know, just sort of being in the heart space. Obviously this could be talking about, you know, a romantic connection between you and another person, or it could just be, you know, sort of generally referring to your heart space, right? Your emotions, your feelings, your connections and relationships with other people, okay? And in this placement, it's sort of coming up in sort of a past or a passing kind of energy. So again, it feels like either an existing connection or relationship, or even one perhaps you know, where there's change happening in the connection, right? Or that has happened, you know, maybe two people have separated here. It really just depends on your circumstances, but let's get into more of the cards. The next card you have is the Four of Swords, okay? So I'm really feeling like Four of Swords, as we know, can talk to rest, relaxation, kind of like taking a break. Some of you, it's like, again, perhaps you've taken a break from someone, or of course this could be talking about work as well, especially if it's, you know, something or that you were doing, or, you know, a project or a position that sort of was very close to your heart, right? That you were very passionate about. So yeah, with this Four of Swords, it could talk about, you know, taking a break. Obviously with the holidays, a lot of people might be taking like literal breaks or vacations, time off, you know, making sure that you're able to rest, relax, sort of really get that deep sense of introspection. I'm seeing like a lot of like meditation, and also possibly going to, you know, your close family or friends for sort of advice, or just to sort of talk to them. You know, I'm getting that it's almost like you're either giving yourself kind of comfort, or you're going to other people for comfort, okay? The next card that you have coming up here is the King of Wands, fire energy. Of course, we are still in Sagittarius season. And this card is really about, you know, taking control, taking action. So whether if this is, you know, someone that you were connecting with, or sort of, I am getting this feeling that there's like more than two parties, right? So I just feel this energy of like there being, you know, like more than two people sort of involved in a connection or a situation, okay? So I do feel like this King of Wands could sort of be either, you know, obviously again, it depends on each and every individual circumstance, but they could be tied to this sort of older energy that's being sort of let go or walked away from. To that point, it does seem like there's a little bit of difficulty in detaching, okay? Which, if I'm not mistaken, again, came up for the Scorpio reading. So again, that's why you may want to check that out if that's resonating. Or this could be a new energy, okay, that's sort of entering. Because again, I'm feeling like it's almost like there are like puzzle pieces being shuffled, okay? That's like, I don't know. And, you know, you do have a tower moment sort of smack dab in the middle here. You know, I'm not avoiding it. We're going to get to it for sure. So it's almost like, yeah, like a scramble kind of from the universe. The next card that you have is the Queen of Pentacles. And again, for some of you, this Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles is indicative of sort of the same person or the same kind of energy. And for others of you, it might be two distinct different energies or people, okay? So with this Queen of Pentacles, right, Queen of Pentacles talks about stability, abundance, but she's also a nurturer and a carer, right? So I am, again, feeling like it could overlap with that Queen of Cups, right? Especially if, you know, this is talking about a relationship or a connection where there was a lot of sort of care, almost like a kind of like maternal instinct in a situation or towards a person. You know, or like, again, that you could sort of take that same metaphor and apply it to sort of a work situation, right? Especially if you think of like, you know, if you sort of run your own business, right? Looking at it as sort of your baby, or if there was a project that you were sort of really passionate about, okay? So the next card we have is the Tower, right? And so we see that the Tower here is reversed. So a couple of things I'm getting off of this card. One, we know that the Tower speaks to sudden or unexpected change. And that's sort of that shuffling energy that I'm feeling, okay? That, you know, there was a situation, perhaps a relationship, or again, some sort of dynamic work or, you know, in work or in your personal life that there was a faulty foundation there, right? And perhaps that's what you've sort of been thinking about, meditating about, perhaps going to other people about, you know, what do they think? What would they do? So yeah, with the Tower moment here, you know, again, it's sort of like I feel like there's been like overwhelming kind of signs or symbols from the universe that, again, there's like a particular situation where the foundation was faulty that, you know, it either wasn't going to work out or it wasn't meant to work out in sort of the long term. Okay. And keep in mind that this could be you or someone that you're connecting with as well. So with the Tower here reversed, though, it's almost like, you know, and I love this depiction of the Tower because you see that eye of intuition there in the corner, right? Almost like it's causing the Tower, but not really. Like, to me, I'm really seeing it as like, you know, like your third eye, your intuition, your inner knowing sort of saw this coming, or again, someone that you are connecting with, okay? And it's very possible for some of you, right? Again, because I am picking up on like more than two individuals being involved, it's very possible that this is related to, you know, a third party dynamic, right? Certainly could be another person, or perhaps it was like work serving as distraction, or maybe there were sort of like, you know, meddling family members or friends in a situation as well. Okay. So again, just apply it however it resonates. But regardless, like I was saying, I do feel like someone sort of saw this coming, right? That being said, you know, and this is where I'm not clear, like, is this the person who kind of saw it coming? You know, maybe both people sort of did, right? Like the writing was on the wall a little bit. I do feel like there's some hesitancy in fully letting go, fully detaching, okay? And that's why I feel like this Tower is coming up here reversed. It's almost like there's like an avoidance to it, okay? I am picking up that, you know, it could be, like, I don't know why, but I'm getting that the Tower is very much related to the Pentacles energy here, right? So we have the Queen of Pentacles and then we have the Five of Pentacles reversed, which I'll talk about shortly. So, again, it could have been sort of work that got in the way, you know, or we could be talking about, someone with Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, right, in their chart. So the next card you have is the Ace of Wands. Obviously, I'm really connecting this with this King of Wands, right? And so two things I'm sort of getting off of it. If it's related to the past situation, right, where this Tower is sort of trying to come in and level things, I do feel like that someone sort of might have been driven by their like more sexual side, right? And especially if this is talking about a situation where there was another person that was sort of brought in and involved, okay? Alternatively, it could be another representation, right, where someone sort of work, right, like their work was their sort of foremost priority, and so the priorities around sort of a relationship or a connection, you know, like sort of fell by the wayside a little bit, right? And then again, we have sort of that Tower moment. Alternatively, right, for some of you, this is again talking about sort of a new person or a new opportunity. And again, could be work, could be a personal connection. But with this Ace of Wands, right, it's really talking about, again, something that's very passionate, or something that you'll be very passionate towards, like really wanting to sort of take action. or someone else towards you, okay? And remember that that's a fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. For some of you, that could just be talking about the season that we're in, because again, remember, we're in Sag season. So the next card you have is the Chariot card. And this card, I feel like, I can't remember, I think it came up in the Cancer reading as well, which I also filmed yesterday. So again, if you have any other energies in your chart, you may want to check out those readings. So the Chariot speaks to, you know, movement, right? Whether it's literal movement or sort of more metaphorical. Literal meaning travel or relocation, metaphoric meaning just like moving on from a situation. And in this depiction of the Chariot, I do see a tower, right? So I feel like it's like recognizing and accepting the tower and then moving on from that, right? And then interestingly, it's like the follow-on energy that you have from that is very similar to that Four of Swords, which came in above with the Hermit mode, right? The Hermit being about sort of going within, consulting one's own self and intuition and inner source, right? Lots of meditation sort of coming up from both of those cards. I'm also seeing an astrological energy as well. Either it's Virgo or Aries. Okay, I'm not really sure. I have to learn the symbols a little bit better, but either one or both of those, okay? But yeah, I just see you sort of, you know, maybe even, you know, spending some time sort of outdoors or in nature, obviously weather permitting. But I just see you sort of really connecting, especially again with this earth element, okay? And the sense of grounding, this really sort of sense of faith and trust in your inner knowing, right? And in the direction in which you're going. I like it. Your final card here is the Ten of Wands reverse, right? So again, there's a situation, perhaps with a person, perhaps in terms of work, right? Where it's done, right? It's sort of reached, it feels like it maybe was even sort of a karmic lesson or possibly a karmic connection. And it just feels like at this point, you know, sort of dealing with this person or this situation is just more trouble than it's worth, right? It's burdensome here with that Ten of Wands. And so the universe and your guides, right, with that Tower reverse and that Ten of Wands reverse is really saying, you know, let this go, let this person go, let this situation go, you know, maintain the love and the lessons and use that as a, you know, to help to, as part of your momentum, right, and your propulsion forward. But don't continue to sort of, you know, it's almost like if you look at this imagery, right, with the Tower and the Ten of Wands, it's like everything's on fire, right? So it's sort of the more destructive aspect of fire, right, being in a fiery season, as opposed to that King of Wands and the Ace of Wands, which is it's a channeling of that sort of fire energy, right? So it's using it and wielding it in a way that is still forceful and powerful, but that is very targeted, right? Using it to create and to alchemize and to manifest, as opposed to letting it overwhelm you. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles reverse, which also came up, I can't remember in which one, but either the Scorpio or the Cancer reading. So I do feel like, you know, again, especially if there was some type of separation involved, either between two people or, you know, in a work dynamic, I do feel like someone sort of felt, again, metaphorically kind of left out in the cold or kind of on their own, right? And that's why I feel like that Hermit energy and that Four of Swords energy really comes in, because, you know, it talks about sort of going within to sort of build up your own inner strength. And the Four of Swords reminds us, right, that we're not alone, that we do have, you know, hopefully close family or friends, or if you feel, you know, like you're alone in this world, remember that you have spiritual support and guidance, right? And in that way, you're never alone. And if it was like a work situation or even a relationship situation, someone could have suffered monetarily as well, right? There could have been some sort of monetary loss. So that's what I'm getting here with the Five of Pentacles. But of course, with that card reverse, I like seeing that card reverse. It's saying coming out of that energy, okay? And with this Prince of Cups here, again, I'm getting like a connection to Scorpio specifically, right? Of course, it could talk about any sort of water energy, but I'm actually getting like a juxtaposition here. I feel like this Prince of Cups and Queen of Cups feel like two totally different people to me, okay? And especially if this is talking about, you know, this past person or this past connection or the one that is leaving as we speak. There's an imbalance here, okay, in terms of the level sort of maturity of these people, right? And that could very well be why there was a faulty foundation as well, right? Because you have someone who's showing up in this queen energy and someone else who's showing up in sort of the prince or the page energy, right? Zeus, what are you doing? I'm sorry about that, y'all. Okay, let's get your numerology card. Aquarius. Ooh, I saw adventure. So again, for some of you, definitely could be talking about travel, relocation. You have intuition here, right? So really, again, going within, developing, you know, it's like a muscle that you have to exercise. I just saw perseverance. So keep going, right? Especially, you know, again, if there's situations, if there's people leaving your life, allow them to. We are in eclipse season, right? So 'tis the season in that regard. My dog just scared himself in his crate. Financial discipline is coming in here for you, Aquarius. All right, so I feel like I can't remember if another sign got that or if that came up in a client reading. Okay, so this card indicates a need for financial discipline if you wish to build a strong foundation for your future. You are constantly surrounded by opportunities to attract abundance. However, you must follow up with action if you wish to see results. Setting the intention to be financially secure and then taking appropriate steps, such as putting a little money aside each week, is enough to shift your vibration toward the outcome you desire. Perhaps you've been spending money on unnecessary things rather than saving for your dream. Maybe a play now, pay later mentality has left you living on credit or in debt. Perhaps it seems that money goes out faster than it comes in. Whatever the case may be, you are being encouraged to adopt an attitude of abundance, seek financial advice, budget, attend a workshop, or read a book about creating wealth. The affirmation here says, the universe is abundant and I am financially stable and secure. I love that. Okay, so Aquas, that's been your, again, December monthly reading. If the reading resonated, please do like, share, comment, subscribe, donate if you feel so inclined. This is a style of personal reading that I offer, so if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so through my website, or feel free to contact me through social media as well to schedule that. What else? I have a newsletter that you can subscribe to, and for the December mid-months, I'm going to be doing 2021 year ahead card spread. So if you'd like to go back and look at the one from this year, that was like, I think, the very first playlist that I created. So you can go back and take a look at that, see if you want to tune in again later this month for the 2021 year ahead spread, and or again another style of personal reading that you can book as well. So Aquas, I hope that this reading helped, that it resonated. Of course, it's a general reading, so it's not going to always resonate with everyone, but in any case, I thank you again for watching and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Take care. Bye.